Think justice is blind? Not in Brazil. Here, the legal system favors those who can afford the most expensive lawyers. If you don't have deep pockets, your chances of winning a case are slim. Judges and prosecutors often turn a blind eye to ethics, prioritizing connections and money over fairness. The result? Ordinary citizens lose everything while the wealthy manipulate the system to their advantage. Justice in Brazil isn't about truth, it's about who can pay the most. Hiring a lawyer in Brazil isn't about finding the best legal mind, it's about finding the one with the right connections. The most expensive lawyers don't necessarily win because they're skilled. They win because they know the right judges and prosecutors. If you can't afford them, you're left with overworked public defenders or inexperienced attorneys. The legal battlefield is rigged, and without money, you're just another casualty of a system designed to keep the powerful in control. Ethics in the Brazilian judiciary? A joke. Corruption runs deep, and many legal professionals see cases as business deals rather than matters of justice. Bribes, political favors, and backroom negotiations determine outcomes more than evidence or law. If you're up against someone with influence, forget about fairness. The system is designed to protect the elite while crushing those without power. In Brazil, the courtroom isn't a place for justice, it's a marketplace for the highest bidder. Public defenders in Brazil are overwhelmed, underpaid, and often lack the resources to fight effectively. If you can't afford a private lawyer, you're stuck with someone juggling dozens of cases at once. Meanwhile, the wealthy hire entire legal teams to bury opponents in paperwork and legal maneuvers. The imbalance is staggering. Justice isn't about right or wrong, it's about who has the resources to fight longer. If you're poor, the system is designed to wear you down until you give up. Judges in Brazil are supposed to be impartial, but many have ties to powerful politicians and business elites. Their rulings often reflect personal interests rather than legal principles. Some judges even delay cases indefinitely, forcing weaker parties to settle or give up. If you're up against someone with influence, expect endless legal obstacles. The judiciary isn't a pillar of democracy, it's a tool for those who can manipulate it. In Brazil, justice is a privilege, not a right. Winning a case in Brazil doesn't mean justice was served. Appeals can drag on for years, and powerful opponents use endless legal tactics to overturn unfavorable rulings. Even when you win, you might never see justice. The system is designed to exhaust and bankrupt those who dare to fight. Meanwhile, the rich and powerful use delays to their advantage, ensuring they never truly lose. In Brazil, the legal system isn't about resolution, it's about survival. Bribery isn't just a rumor in Brazil's judiciary, it's a reality. From police officers to judges, money can make legal problems disappear. If you have the right connections, you can buy your way out of almost anything. Meanwhile, ordinary citizens face harsh penalties for minor infractions. The law isn't applied equally. It's a tool for those who can afford to bend it. In Brazil, justice isn't about fairness. It's about who can pay the right people at the right time. Corporate interests dominate Brazil's legal system. Large companies hire top lawyers to crush smaller businesses and individuals in court. Environmental violations, labor abuses, and financial fraud often go unpunished because corporations can afford endless legal battles. Meanwhile, small business owners and workers struggle to defend themselves. The law is supposed to protect everyone, but in Brazil, it's just another tool for the powerful to maintain control. Justice is for sale, and the highest bidder always wins. Even when corruption is exposed, consequences are rare. Judges, lawyers, and politicians caught in scandals often continue their careers without punishment. Investigations drag on, and accountability is almost non-existent. The system protects its own, ensuring that those in power remain untouchable. Meanwhile, whistleblowers and journalists who expose corruption face threats and retaliation. In Brazil, the judiciary isn't about enforcing the law, it's about maintaining the illusion of justice while protecting the elite. So, what can you do? Unfortunately, not much. Fighting the system requires resources most people don't have. Protests, media exposure, and international pressure can help. But real change is slow. The best defense? Awareness. Understanding how the system works can help you navigate it more effectively. But make no mistake, justice in Brazil is a privilege, not a right. Until real reforms happen, the legal system will remain a battleground where only the wealthy and powerful truly win.